Got a few subs during that game. Achilles, G Madrid, Smarter World, Abu Gaor, Jacoby, and Npon's mom just gifted 5 subs. Whoa! 5 subs from Npon's mom and Daniel San with the 50. 50 subs. That's some energy. Hey Daniel, how you doing? I've been busy. Hope you're well. Yeah, I mean, white resigned here because I'm just gonna trade queens. Trade, and I'm up a full queen. It's it was a good position. Let's put it that way. Thank you, Dan. Dan San 83. Maybe I should offer them a rematch. Oh, they accepted. Could be one of my opponents. Smurfing already. Let's go e4. d4 knight f6. Already thinking, hey? No. No London for me. A Nimzo. Will I go into a Nimzo? I think about it. Question, really. No. I'll go for the Queen's Indian. I don't know here. Few different lines. I'll go for the normal Queen's Indian. Bishop b7, bishop g2. It's very solid for black. Castle. Knight c3. All theory for both sides. Knight e4 is one of the main moves, but there's a couple others. So after knight takes c3, when you play a move like queen c2, you can take back with the queen and keep your pawn structure intact. Otherwise, you can take with the b pawn, double your pawns, and try to build your center a bit more, but that's pretty double-edged. I'm just playing some calm rapid, some midnight rapid chess. The music's not calm. This is the Tenet soundtrack. I guess we can go for something more mellow, maybe. We'll see. I like the soundtrack, though. Queen takes. I'm just gonna go for the clean structure. Bishop e4. Let's go rook d1. One of the purposes of this move is it blocks white from playing e4, which is one of the goals. I can get it. So if I was given another move as white, I'd probably play queen c2 and try to force e4 in, and now it's a little harder. You're gonna see me moving 45s around? Yeah, you'll see me moving some 45s around. Hopefully. e6. I'm gonna play a move. I think these are the two moves. One of the ideas is like I want to go knight d2 and play e4, but I don't want to trade off the bishops because I've invested some time in this. I'm pretty sure that's one of the ways you can approach this. Let's see here. I'm a little rusty at this. I don't really play this opening much for either color. I was just focusing on development, I think I'd go for this. Here, here, here. Looks pretty solid. Does. Okay, we'll start with the fundamentals. Get the pieces on decent squares. And then I want to figure out how I can grab some more space. Daniel Sam, thanks for the 50 though, man. We'll accept it. Yeah. This is a typical move, and now let's try bishop h3. I want to go knight d2. Can't get away with it here. Let's try. Hitting this. Bishop's probably going to retreat, and I need to retreat because the pawn was pinned, which is a little uncomfortable, but now I want to get e4 in. e4 is the goal. Is it a bad goal here? Is it bad to play e4? No. Yes. Looks good. Or should I prepare it? e4, f4? Some weird move like that. Would it work? It's a little tricky. Maybe that is what's being threatened, actually. e4, f4 actually looks scary to me. It's not as simple as I would have liked. Maybe my pieces are on the wrong squares. Wait a second. Something's off. e4 doesn't look good because of f4. That's a scary looking move to stare down. I don't think I want to take that f4 pawn. Then black is getting some options. I'm gonna admit my pieces are on wrong squares and play rook e1. I might go e4, but I also want to bring this rook in. This is scaring me. This is just scaring me. It's complicated, it's midnight, I don't want to calculate too much. But if I don't play it, I also look stupid. So, at least here, there's this option. So the difference is if black were to go f4 right now, then I can take, potentially, and go e3. Or I'll just ignore it, but... Okay. That's a good move too. It just came to my attention. f4 is a move. Maybe not a good one. But if I wanted to open all the lines up. I gotta think. I just have to think here. Need to put on some thinking music. e4, f4, e5. Now the bishop can go to g7. It doesn't look good for me. e4, f4. e4, f4 is just, it's too disruptive. It's a disruptive move. I don't want to deal with it. I do not want to deal with it. d5, no. This is too much thinking, eh? Yeah, but on Spotify, where do I find the full versions? I need to find it elsewhere. Where's the full version? I just have to play through the playlist. That's what it is. Yeah, we'll just play through this playlist. The playlist should play everything, hopefully. Okay. This is a move I'm considering. Just letting you know. E4, F4, E5, takes, bishop G7. F4 is a really nasty move. It opens up threats on the king. It's disturbing. I have an idea. My idea is to play this move next. You'll see why. So some position would be like d5. Let's just say it was my move. d5, bishop b2, queen b2. If everything takes, I get the c file. Black's not going to be that cooperative, but I am going to go d5 and try to put pressure, or try to induce e4. Sorry, e5 by black, shutting things down a little bit. On second thought, I don't like what I did, but we'll figure it out. I'm gonna shut this bishop down. Yes, we're gonna do it. It may not be good, but I see. I have some ideas. Why is my elo low? Are you an elo queen? I'm very proud of my elo. Is 2400 low? Do you not talk to guys that are 2400? Queen takes. So all I calculated was that the C7 pawn was hanging. Okay, they believe me. So yeah, that's good. It's not enough, but it's a good start. Alrighty. I'm gonna go e3 now. I am very afraid of this move. In the future, I want to go b4. And we're just slow down the position, but eventually I want to break through somewhere here. Okay, I expected that. You know, just thinking I'm gonna blunder it for whatever reason. Let's go here. I want to go b4 next move. I didn't think this move was gonna be a huge issue. I might be underestimating it, but I thought I could go bishop f1. And now my queen is a little more useful because black's committed. a3 is a quick one because I'm going to go b4, but this makes the pawns less flexible. Now f4 is very hard for black to achieve because of how they push the pawns, and this bishop is kind of trapped behind the pawn chain, so I don't know. Now I'm going to go b4 and this knight has to go back. Wants to reroute to this square. We'll allow it. Knight e5. It's gonna get sharp. Brace yourselves. Rook here. Try to grab the a file. Queen f6. No. Okay, I was expecting queen f6, I thought. This is a very good knight. So there's something to be said about that. Let's try to take away the option as long as we can. Yeah, queen f6 setting up a discovery attack I'm expecting at some moment. Claims 1A. That's good. I do like queen f6 because it forces me to figure out. I mean, I could put my queen on d4 so it's not loose. Probably what I should do and I will do. But what black might be considering is something like g5 and f4. It's a fairly balanced position. The pawns are locked, so not a lot of tension. Yeah. Okay. This is like a blunder-proof move, queen d4. There might be something better, but this way... Also, if king g2, you could still go knight here. Because of the in-between move, queen takes f6, knight e1, check. So even if white sees it, it's easy to blunder. King g2, and there's an in-between move white, black can throw in. I'm a little worried about this from a defensive perspective. You can just, if you need to go to bed and turn off the screen, leave the volume on past the prego. Just turn the screen off. And you can listen to me talk about the game and the Four Seasons on in the background. That's not too bad, right? Can I go c5 here? Asking to be played. The downside is it destabilizes my pawns completely. And d5 becomes a serious permanent weakness on a light square where black's pieces are aimed at. All in all, it looks like a move you shouldn't play, but it's very tempting to play. I think I'm being baited. I think I'm being baited right now. Seriously. The c5, yeah, this is going to be a problem to hold. Whereas right now it's not, because I got the c4 pawn secure. I don't like this. This is what happens when you play d4 sometimes. Nothing happens. And then you're stuck trying to figure out what to do. It's a little more closed. Calculating. I'm deep think right now. Very deep. And I don't see anything. One idea is, what do I do with this knight? This bishop controls the checks. This knight, I'd love to put it here. But it's not easy to do without investing a ton of time. Love to get my knight here, but it's not easy. Wait a second. Starting to see something. The king on f7 is a weird move if the queens can stay on the board. Because it could just run into a check in a certain kind of position. If everything takes and they go queen b6, this is what I'm calculating. Unfortunately, I don't see anything good. That's bothering me. It's bothering me. Hmm. Mm-hmm. We need to come up with a plan, so I'll try. It's slow, but I don't want to open up Black's bishop and give them free pressure on the pawn when I go c5. I want to go for this. Final answer. Something happens here, it happens. C'est la vie. But let's reroute the knight to d4. Even when the knight gets to d4, like, it's a very solid position, so not a lot of work has to be done either way. Oh well. Let's just hope my opponent blunders. Yep. But he's gonna try to mate me, that's for sure. You know it. At least queen e2, I'm keeping an eye out on f4. This is why king f7 is a funny move, because in the meantime, like, now the rook is disconnected from f4. Black's rook on the f file. I want to go knight d4. That's what I want to do. You'll let me. Hard to stop, at least. Oof. Need to move around. It's easy to get like sleepy or distracted in rapid games when your opponents are thinking. Great question, Mattis. I mean, if Black were to play c5, I'd be happy, because all of a sudden I go from 0 permanent weaknesses to 2 that I can target. I can focus on, and then d6 and b6 are both weak. So at least there's targets there. It's very committal. Black might do it, but at least now I have I don't have to lead the way and take risks in creating weaknesses. Black's just offered them. Yeah. Okay, what's being threatened here, buddy? Queen wants to go here. Got it. I'll go here first anyways. Because I can just kick you out, right? Black wants to go for some mating net, but it looks very speculative to me. Since my knight's now in time to cover this bishop can even go back and kick the queen out. And now, okay, f5 is hanging, and there's some money squares, at least that hit some more black targets. Where do you put the king? King e7, safe for now. Well, they don't, not necessarily. King g6 means your queen's a little stuck there. I didn't like the king f7 move because there's still a lot of material on the board. If it's like an endgame, like rooks and stuff, sure, but there's knights, there's bishops, there's queens. King looks randomly outside of its castle. Probably a good move, but it is a sign. But it looks like a solid move. I don't have a way of checking that king. But I believe I, 96 is tempting now. 96 is tempting. I can maybe pin the knight in certain positions. Okay, I get it. I get it. If I go here, like, black's got some sort of, like, long-term sacrificial idea here. I see why the queen is here. What they want to do is get the queen on h3 and go g4, knight f3, or even knight f3 right away, but my knight has to move. I might have to play f4 and stop this. But there's a benefit of playing f4. Yes. Is I never have to worry about the checkmates if I play f4. What I want to show is an example of how you can lose by being greedy. Is like knight e6, queen h3, knight takes rook. They just play knight f3, pawn takes, and there's a mating net, a very standard mating net. It's not complicated, but my knight does a good job right now of controlling f3 square. I have an idea. I'm going to go f4. Once and for all, I'm going to deal with this idea. And if black takes, I'm going to take with the bishop. And I can use the f-file against black's king. This pawn will be hanging, but I got some ideas. I got some ideas to deal with that. So, pawn takes. I can take back with a knight. Taking back with a knight is the safest option, but I'm going to take with the bishop. Something about that looks better to me. I might just be wrong. Yeah, we'll see. I didn't even consider that. What? Is that it? That looks like a terrible move. What? What am I missing here? Now your knight's being hit with tempo? Why didn't you en passant? Now when I go queen c3, this just kills the attack. I think that's a losing move, unless I'm missing a big detail here. It's a terrible move. The knight loses its best square on the board, and it's never going to get it back. What am I missing? No, it looks bad. Where can black put their knight? Every square is awful. Trades are bad. Your bishop here is out of the game. Document ID says the knight is not actually attacked. strong comment from the Twitch crowd. Hot take, as they say. New meta. Yes, very controversial. No, this was my opponent messed up here. Because the benefit, the clear benefit of en passant here is, regardless of the evaluation, is I won't have a pawn on the f file, so the knight on e5 will be safe. I don't have any. I won't be able to kick the knight out. I don't have any f pawn if you take en passant. And if I don't have any f pawn, then the knight stays on e5, which is like the rock of the position. It shields the king, controls a lot of squares. It's the best piece black has. Now this is, I mean, this is what can you say? How should we start? Queen here, without thinking, put some real pressure on our opponent. Here, I mean, the boys are coming now. Now the queen is elite. The knight's in there. This knight is sad. Very sad. Very, 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 very sad. Oh. Okay, well. Just win the full exchange here. It's a good looking exchange. But let's just see if there's something better. That's a monster knight. We have time here. I mean, there's a pawn hanging on c7. Free pawns are free pawns, right? And when you win that pawn, everything else is weak. Change of plans. I'm gonna be edgy. I don't care about this rook. If I take this pawn, everything's weak, everything sucks. Final answer. What is that? What's that move? Rook b8. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Okay, okay. That's I don't understand. Are we gonna move our knight back? No, I'm gonna go queen d4 first. So now I'm up a pawn, and black's stuck with two permanent weaknesses. Oh, that's really good. So let's keep bringing pieces into the game. I just don't want to allow any counterplay, and I don't think I am. But b6 and d6 are permanently weak. Okay. It's fine. Now I grab here. This is full mount. We just need to finish this. I need a second piece attacking d6, but there's no rush. There's no rush. Is anybody here in a rush? We're not in a rush. We're good. I can't attack d6 twice. I don't see the next piece. Everything's very tempting. A lot of tempting options here. Black's going to play bishop b7 next move. Developing, blocking the 7th rank, and threatening to trade off that good knight. And that's not what I want, for sure. Knight c7, queen e7, and my knight's in a weird little pin. It's kind of... well, not kind of, definitely not ideal. Alright, we're just gonna play old man chess and play good moves that aren't flashy, but there's like zero risk. I say there's zero risk, which is always a dangerous comment, but I don't believe there's much risk here. Now b5. The knight's gonna go to c6. Queen c5, just king g2. Is that a move I should be afraid of? Knight c6. Knight c6 was the original plan. Is there a reason I wouldn't do it? Let's go knight c6. Oh, okay. Happy to see that. I will not trade the rook because Black's rook is stuck. Don't see why that should be a trade. Okay, so now all the pieces. This knight's good. This rook is good. Now we're making progress. Now the queen is good, but we just need to get a little more in it. Unfortunately, this doesn't work. But we can already start moving ahead. How do I get my queen into the game? Let's see here. Or the bishop. This is an idea. You know what? What's going on? There has to be something better than that. Come on. Alright. When in doubt, move your king in the endgame. I have ideas. The king is going to be... I don't know what to do, so let's improve the king. I'm going to put my king here and say that's a good improvement. It blocks the passed pawn. I mean, black can hardly make a move, so I would be very disturbed. You know, while I say black can hardly make a move, they can actually go here. Very tricky move. I can't take that because there's a discovered check. My queen falls. You'll see my plan. The king is... I want my king to be active. I want my king to be in shape. Yeah, like queen a6 I thought about. with the idea of rook takes c8 and 87 as a trick. I just wasn't sure if it was good if they moved their king away from that cheapo. You can't move the knight because then my queen penetrates. Can't move the rook anywhere. Can't move the queen except to d7 because the bishop hangs. So you can only move your bishop back and forth or move your... Even the king might be tricky. Like, there's almost no moves here. If you move your bishop, then I have rook f8. So I'm trying to make useful moves and pass the ball back to black because they're really running out of moves right now. I want to put them in Zugzwang, the ultimate win in chess. What is that move? That's an instant loss. An instant loss, because this is my one piece that I want to move. And then my queen comes in and says hi. This is a threat. I got checks coming. Yeah, just the pressure, I guess. Knight g4 is a surprising move, though. You could definitely survive a little longer. Now, every piece is dominated. Queen, bishop, rook. e3, I'll just munch. My king is ready. Surprising move. Because the bishop wasn't a bad bishop, but it was like just stabilizing everything, but not on the offensive. It was, holding my structure, covering these squares. I was going to improve it if I had to. But I figured I had some other moves I could burn first. Check here, that's checkmate. Check. Check. Let's checkmate either way. So check here, check here, that's mate. Yeah. Should be a nice little checkmate at the end. I'm expecting this move, followed by check here, and then just rook h5. Mate. Maybe they'll let me play it out. Well, this isn't as exciting, because now it's just instant checkmate. But we'll take it. We'll take it. GG. We take those. I mean, I guess the interesting part is if it was losing for block, like this position is losing, but like knight g4 is not the way to go. You just have to make a move. Make white improve their pieces a bit more. Maybe that's h3 here. Maybe I have to like swing my queen over and go like, gotta make the guy work. But yeah, white, like this was a move I said was possible because that's like a cheapo. The problem is I don't have to fall for it and you still have the same problems. So I would, yeah, maybe even just go king e3 and keep the king walk. But it's better than what happened in the game. Yeah, this is the one bishop. If I could get my bishop advanced, I would. Requires a bit more work, but But yeah, white can slowly make progress, either going for g4 or maybe bring my queen myself. But it's still not over. You can defend and be stubborn. Good stuff. Hope you enjoyed those.